is more than one black person in The Grinch. I had to look for it. I literally combed through the movie. But in the backgrounds and in small details, I found a few handful. I didn't find a lot. I found like a few black people in the background. So there's more than just that cashier. There's also like Glee, that little black girl in the Grinch's flashback. I'll leave the timestamps here if you want to look through Netflix. Be my guest. It's like Where's Waldo. Not a lot, but more than we thought. You know, for most people's Christmas tradition, it's hanging out with friends and family, and I'm not able to do that this year. What I do every year is watch The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Yeah, it's old. It's not shot really well. It looks grainy, and the more times I watch it, the more I realize, wow, this did not age well. Like, does anyone remember when Grinch was jokingly telling the cop, "Aren't you gonna cuff me? Put me in a chokehold? Blind me with pepper spray?" That joke did not age well. And will never age well. I never liked it anyway. You know what? The more I watch The Grinch, the more I realize the Who's suck. The Who's are the real villains. Especially the mayor, Augustus. Yeah, fuck that mayor. Him and all those school kids, they created the quote-unquote monster that is the Grinch. They're responsible for that. And Grinch, oh, the poor thing. Might be a stretch, but the Grinch seems to be the trending start of a character who's the villain, but has a very sad and sympathetic backstory. So he's technically not the villain, but it's redundant. I don't think Grinch is the villain at all. He's the antagonist. That doesn't make him the villain. The real villain here is the Who's and their doggone consumerism. Grinch is right. He sees all through this whole Christmas spirit. It's nothing but avarice. The avarice never ends. And dang on it, this script had so many big words when I was a kid. I get bewildered every time I look at them. Avarice. I had to look that up while I was watching The Grinch. And he right though. All the avarice that never truly ends. The Grinch doesn't like Christmas because he sees through the commercialism bullshit, and those kids made fun of him. He couldn't help that he was different. We don't even know what the Grinch is. Yes, we know it started out as a Dr. Seuss book, and we're not supposed to think too much about it, but like, poor Grinch. And you know what? I still feel for little green dude, because I was picked on a lot as a kid. K through 12. You know how upsetting it is to get picked on for things that make you unique and you have no control over? Bruh, how you gonna pick on a kindergartner for being tall? Or for them having multicolored eyes? Get a life. Kids suck. They are our future, though. Little Cindy Lou Who sees through it all. But no one wants to listen to her because she's just a little girl. Man, I hate that mayor so much. His adopted family didn't even bother looking for him or bother to reach out. Could you imagine that? As a kid growing up in isolation for, let's say, 20 plus years in that cave, and he pimped out that cave. He could have been an engineer. He's so crafty. But he lives next to a dump. That's another thing. The Who's just throw all their trash and their unwanted Christmas gifts on a mountain, which would eventually, over time, cause, who knows, more pollution, a hole in the ozone layer, and that whole mountain could just crumble upon all that trash and land on Whoville, which would be a very fitting end to them. Also, y'all, I liked Baby Grinch. Baby Grinch is ugly cute. He ugly cute, alright? Don't judge me. But also, Martha May, thirsty. Martha was hecka thirsty. Throughout this whole movie, she didn't really do anything. She was just love interest, sadly. I would have really liked to see more of an interaction between her and the Grinch and just talking. Old girl had it bad, even when she was in a relationship. Girl, we know you like the green. And I know someone out there simped for the Grinch. And is probably currently simping for the Grinch. No judgment. Martha liked him. Someone else has to. But Martha always be looking either overwhelmed or surprised, or just turned on when she's near the Grinch. Her mouth is like always open, and her eyes are wide. It's like, ooh, homegirl did not get any good direction. I just wanted to ramble on about The Grinch, my favorite Christmas movie. Is it old and outdated? Yes. Is there plot holes? Is there better renditions? No, because 2018 Grinch was bad. I didn't like that one. 2000s Grinch and Jim Carrey was a banger. And that's mainly me being nostalgic. So when Grinch put on that mask to disguise himself in the beginning of the movie, was that Who face? Nah, the Who suck.